Good evening, good night. Hello to everyone out there. I am Mecca. I'm joined tonight by Lorenzo, Sleestack, and Skinny the Conspiracist. Gentlemen,
Yo,
how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. Just
Lorenzo?
hanging out, doing my thing.
Yeah. How about you, Lorenzo?
I'm looking for my tinfoil hat,
Oh,
but otherwise I'm doing okay. I hope not to be abducted again. I'm not sure I have a donut to sit down on.
ah, yes. We're all praying for your butthole.
Thanks.
Yeah. Anyway, while we're waiting for people to filter in there, uh, we got a hell of a show for you tonight. We've got some creepy TikToks. We've got warp drives. And Lorenzo's dug up some very interesting stuff on churches and angels. Isn't that right, Phyllis?
Oh yeah, I'm excited about the WarpDrive, man. That shit blew my mind.
Right Cortex, this is I Kind of Believe, where we talk about things that we only kind of believe in, or things we want to but are too afraid to share with everyone.
Yeah, some of us are scared of commitment.
Yeah. Hey, Eric Hawkins. And hey, back to you, Ray Cortex. Well,
Yeah,
before
Hey,
we
Eric
get
and Ray.
Huh?
I was saying hey to Eric, Ray, and Chris.
Oh, hey, yeah. Hey, Chris T. Hero Shack. So before we get into all the stories of the night, just checking through the latest, and I found this was recorded today. So let's just take a look at this for a second. No sound. Looks to be some lights in the distance there, triangle shaped. Why is it always UFOs come in this triangle 3-point shape?
I don't know. Maybe it's a Triforce.
Is that right? Maybe there's
Yeah.
some kind of geometry to it. Sacred geometry.
Well, one of the other videos we saw, like I think the lights were in the shape of like an octagon,
Yeah.
but it's always a geometrical shape. It's never like the shape of a plane or a helicopter or anything like that. It's always this very precise geometrical shape.
Yeah. Interesting.
But I'm also curious about like the cloaking technology going on here, like because you never see an object between the lights, but the way that they're moving, you can tell if there's an object there.
Yeah.
Is it
So
the
it's only
Romulan?
like partially cloaked, it would seem.
Or maybe it's a Klingon warbird.
What do you think, Lorenzo? Does this look like the ship that abducted you?
I can't really tell too easily. It's kind
Well,
of
we don't want you to have any PTSD episodes.
yeah.
Random UFO video. Let the truth be known. I just started following these guys today. This is the first video I've seen from them. But as always, we like to start off the show with some UFO news. If you guys haven't heard of it, there's this website called MUFON, the Mutual UFO Network. Just going through here, checking it out. I found this really old-looking website called waterufo.net. Now, we've done a couple episodes based on water UFOs, or USOs, is the under unidentified submersible objects. So I'm not going to dig deep into this again, but I thought it was funny that there's a whole website dedicated to the subject that was linked from MUFON. In the latest news, as of July 31st of this year, there was an incident in Chile recently. This case, a real mystery. Self-illuminated object you see here was apparently hovering over the city of Punta Arenas, Chile, while the city's town folks were passing time during COVID-19 curfew. The object, said by witnesses to be structured like a dome shape, was showing bright yellow and orange lights. No sounds or emissions were observed. Witness described the event as follows. At about 2:30 a.m. in the morning, March 23rd, 2020, some citizens from the patio of their houses under a curfew regime by COVID-19 sighted in the night sky over the city of Punta multiple unidentified flying objects. And there's the picture of it in question. Another incident in the United Kingdom, 3 days later, a very similar object was video recorded in Wokingham, Berkshire, United Kingdom. Witnesses at some considerable distance, but the image is sharp and clear. The witness described it as a hovering object with a very bright yellow light. When asked about structural features, the witnesses used the word dome-shaped as a descriptor. Following is the account of the witness recorded on the audio track. There is a rather unusual light in the sky yesterday as well. Bright light. It's not moving. If it was moving, I am miles away. Like a single spot in the air projecting a hell of a lot of light. I've never seen anything like it before. Another eyewitness report recounts, bright light in the sky hasn't moved for 40 minutes. Could be a drone, but I don't think so. Not a star either. I can see it from my house, so if it's there at, say, 1 a.m., that isn't a drone for sure. I'm convinced it's something else. Interesting that it would, similar objects would show up right as the COVID thing was kicking off.
Yeah, there's a lot of strange things that have been coinciding with COVID.
Yeah. We don't have any ghost Bigfoots, unfortunately, Ray. We do cover Bigfoot a lot on this channel, actually.
I didn't see Bigfoot while I was in Washington, but I did see the fabled creature Bitchfoot. Yeah, my wife was creeping through the woods.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's the latest of the UFO news. Kind of quiet lately, but we're always keeping our eyes and ears peeled for that. Now, I want to get into my section of the show. I have some creepy TikToks to show you guys. If you guys have been tracking the latest news on TikTok, President Trump is very close to banning it due to the surveillance and some of the permissions that the app asks you for on your phone. I guess pretty much China can see everything you're doing if you have TikTok on your phone.
Yeah, anything that you type as well, because it copies your clipboard like
every 15 seconds.
Something. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why people would sign up for that shit. Read the terms of service, people, for fuck's sake. They're watching you.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's not about whether or not you're up to no good or anything. I mean, they could be getting credit card information. There's a number of different things they could be using this information for. So be careful. Please.
I have the app myself. I'm somewhat addicted to it at this point. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff going on there. But one of the things I found during my TikToking was that there is, every once in a while, I found these creepy TikToks. And I thought this was a really interesting thing to pay attention to because they just come out of nowhere in between all the dancing and the good-looking young women lip-syncing to certain things. You come across some weird stuff. And I thought, well, much like YouTube, it lets normal people capture moments on film. TikTok allows a similar thing. So my favorite of the bunch I found recently is this video right here. Play it in a second. Hello, guy from Red Bank. How are you, sir? Thanks for coming in. This I can go into a deep rabbit hole with this stuff. I'm just glad that there's some actual interesting stuff on this app besides the dancing and all that stuff. So I'll just play the video right now. It's I'll just let the video speak for itself. It's only 13 seconds long, and she did post a follow-up, but I couldn't get it onto the Twitter app. So let's check this out for a second. So before we start, it's a video of a closet, and there it looks to be like some kind of doll up there. So let's check this out. Oh, of course.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Womp.
All right, sorry for that. Just a second.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my.
What do you think of that?
I think Dorothy wants to go home.
Who's
That is
Dor-
very strange because like the heels are clicking. And at first, I would think that, okay, well, maybe it's just an air vent up there. But then the left leg like raises up.
Yeah. So it couldn't just be like a draft, you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, air doesn't work that way.
No. My further question on this is, who just has a doll sitting like that up there?
Weird people.
I think she was house sitting for somebody from what I read. Yeah, how did the door get open? That's a good question, Chris. She doesn't sound
Oh my
particularly
god.
scared.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my.
So if it is a haunted doll, if it is Chucky or something like that, why is it just clicking?
It's trolling.
It's trolling.
Yeah.
What do you think, Lorenzo?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know if the toy like is supposed to tap its feet like that or what. I mean, it is kind of odd if the thing just started doing that by itself.
Yeah, which
And if the
presumably
door was open, that's really odd. If but it's really hard to tell with.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't know. It's pretty creepy.
5 seconds before I jetted out of the house and threw a match behind me? Huh.
Well, why would you throw a match? Because, it's going to go out.
So she's babysitting and she ran out and burned down like the kids and the puppet. That part I don't quite get, but
That is a very strange video.
yeah, even if the thing was staged, I don't know how they would do that. And I'm not sure exactly what that it looked like some sort of doll. It would like have to be like people up in like an attic or something messing with. Huh.
I wonder if you could translate any of it with Morse code.
I don't think there's enough to go on for that.
All right. Well,
what else you got for us?
All right, let's check this one out. So this lady is a field biologist. She's working in a remote forest, 4 a.m. in the morning. Let's go ahead and start.
6 in the morning. That is a child's yellow raincoat. Hiya, Georgie.
I don't know. That's just a creepy kind of thing to find out there.
I would probably put stuff like that up. I used to put like old, kids' dolls and stuff like that in trees around here to screw with people. So it would not surprise me. But look at how clean it is. I mean, it doesn't look like it's in tatters. It hasn't been there for a very long time.
Yeah. That one's not as interesting, but it is a little creepy if she is telling the truth.
Isn't just like a raincoat or something?
Yeah.
and he kept
Oh, well, that's... Huh.
So this one's a little more interesting. Check this out. Oh, here we go again.
the shit in the pants.
My goodness. Sorry.
This is odd. I'm wondering... It keeps buffering.
Okay, so this is the craziest shit I've seen so far. I was taking the trash out with my son, and he kept pointing at the mirror and waving, and I didn't know why. So I pulled the camera out, and I can't believe I caught this. Okay, so this is the craziest shit I've seen so far. I was
Did you guys catch that?
Yeah.
taking the trash out with my son, and he kept pointing at the mirror and waving, and I didn't know why. So I pulled the camera out, and I can't believe I caught this.
Right there, a face appears in the mirror.
A face?
Yeah. Can you see it?
Damn. Yeah.
Where's that at? Which part of the mirror? I don't see it.
You need glasses, Lorenzo.
Right there. Can you see it?
I see something kind of blurry.
Okay, it's in between the knee of the dad and the head of the kid. Good straight line between those 2 points.
I just see him pulling a garbage bag and something. There's something. It does look like there's something kind of faint in the mirror, but yeah, that is kind of weird.
But it disappears, so it's not a smudge or a smear.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the craziest shit I've seen so far.
Okay, you should see it right now, exactly where his head in the mirror is. It takes its place. There's the eyeballs right there.
Oh, yeah, that is weird. Yeah, that one's more. I mean, like a raincoat in a tree. That's easily, easy to explain. This is kind of weird. I mean, like,
I don't know how someone would pull that off as an effect either.
There are ways, but I don't know. Because the kid seems really interested in that mirror.
Yeah, that is a good point.
And since it doesn't scare the kid, I wouldn't be too concerned now.
Not malicious.
Yeah. Because kids in a way, they can sense intent. I mean, not always, but for the most part, they can. You know, they unless they're really dumb and they jump in a van full of candy with a guy who, looks like a pedo.
yeah, I think it's interesting that the kids interacting with the mirror and that all fits. The way it all fits together is quite impressive.
Because why does he want to touch that one spot?
I don't think it's a security guard, Chris.
That would have to be a midget security guard. Like,
Gotham Knight would have to be behind there.
he's hiding in the rafters.
Just kidding, Gotham.
But no, it is very strange because he goes up and he touches exactly where the face appears.
Right.
He's waving and he turns around and then he goes to touch it and then bam, right there. That is weird. So do you think there's a spirit like standing with the child and you just see it in the mirror, or do you think it's trapped within the mirror?
Well, I don't know. Most fiction I've read would make that face in the mirror want to trade places with the kid. You see that in I think Insidious. That was basically what was going on in that movie, right?
The Twilight Zone had an episode about that. You looking at me? That started off in the Twilight Zone, and then I think it was De Niro, the taxi driver, kind of maybe it's kind of a nod to that.
Yeah.
I think
But no,
It's not the
Insidious wasn't the mirror thing. That Insidious was the astral projection.
right.
They wanted to go take the kid's body or whatever. But still, that is really fucking strange.
is that what like a changeling was supposed to do? I'm trying to remember.
No, it's doppelgangers. Doppelgangers are the ones who are supposed to swap places with you in the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just weird, you know, and it almost looks like the head looks and then it like grabs at the mirror or something, like it's trying to escape maybe. If it were a spirit.
It's creeping me out, and I'm glad I have my tinfoil hat on.
Yeah. Notice he also shows up when I get a message from Skinny the Bigot. So here's another one I found. This one really scared the crap out of me. Guys, don't spoil the ending on this one.
Here we go. We're back in my scary apartment. My son looks up, and because he keeps hearing this shit, and the panels keep moving, and dust keeps falling down on me, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go check this shit out. I get up there, and it's dark. I can't see anything, right? And then my son's like, dear father, turn your light on. And I'm like, you're right, son. So I turn my phone on my cell phone light, and you know, I see something weird in the back. It looks like a box and some tubing, weird metal chunk on the thing, and I notice there's like a rip in the ceiling, and I go back and make sure I'm not missing anything. And you know, it's really hard to see. I might have to go and check that side out. But I go back to the hole with the weird, you know, thing in the ceiling with the paint coming off, and I think there's a hole there, so something could. Here we go. We're back.
What was that? Was that Chaka?
That was Chaka, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, that was a goofy one.
Yeah, that was actually. I think that was quite impressive. How
All right, here's another one.
Thing again. Move it again. All right, this is what I asked for, guys. So look at me, my hands are shaking. This is ridiculous. Oh my God, I did it again. Holy shit.
I love that guy's reaction to it too. It's like ho ho ho.
Like he touched a live wire and got shocked or something.
Or like he came in his pants, man. Like he's really excited about that, and I'm excited too. That was pretty cool.
Move that thing again. Move it again. All right, this is what I asked for, guys. So look at me, my hands are shaking. This is ridiculous. Oh my God, I did it again. Holy shit.
I think that's about as genuine a reaction I could muster myself.
you keep doxing us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now what is this one?
This one, I'm not sure, honestly. Hey, Preston, thanks for coming. We're just going over some TikToks.
Hey, Preston.
Hey, Preston.
Here we go again with this shit.
All right, bye, guys. Bye. Fuck you.
If you guys are in my mom's room, it's not funny. If you guys are in my mom's room, it's not funny.
Okay, walk with me. We turn on all the lights from here. Should we close the door?
What the fuck is wrong with them, dude?
All right, bye, guys.
Did you guys catch anything on that one?
Not really.
All right, right there. There's a slee stack in the distance.
A slee stack?
Yeah.
What the hell do they want?
I was looking at the top of the stairwell.
No. Look at the top of the stairwell, and then go in a diagonal. Right there.
I gotta say, even if these videos were all staged, they're still impressive. I mean, this is like this is not like Hollywood or anything like that. You know, it's.
But the weird thing is they're not focused back there. They keep putting the center focus in the dark at the top of the stairwell.
There we go. Less doxing. Let's see here.
Uh-oh. There's Skinny is upset at me again.
Anyone in the laundry room? What the fuck is that? Hello? Fuck.
All right. I gotta find another way to present these. I don't want to dox my DM list, but you know. Oh boy.
As you dox your DM list.
Yep. Well, that's what I got for the TikToks. I thought they were pretty interesting. Oh, here's another one. One more.
She's on it.
Oh, that is fucking cool.
I don't know what it is.
Dude, that reminds me, there's this one part in this game called Amnesia where one of the monsters you're running from is invisible and you're having to and you can tell where it's at because of its footsteps in the water. So if you get in the water, it detects you and comes after you. So you're having to jump from box to box.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of, I don't know, it reminded me of that.
Yeah, she's on it.
I mean, that could just be a fish, though.
Yeah, maybe like a catfish or something, grouper.
Yeah.
There, she's on it.
Just get in the water, you know.
The fuck you? I wouldn't get in that water.
Raise interesting possibilities. It's hard to say what's going on, but
it does appear that they threw some kind of bait in there too. That's what makes me think it's a fish.
There we go. All right, so that's that's my adventures in creepy TikToks. What did you bring to show and tell tonight, Skinny?
Well, well, no, you could actually just go down and there's that video that I shared. I gave you the timestamp, and this was an exploration. I like watching mine exploration videos. And this guy ends up going to the Silver Souls mine where it was closed after 3 miners had died after a collapse. But he ends up going in there. I forget the timestamp. It was like 30:20 or something like that. But he ends up getting to the area, and he'll tell you that, going back on it, he edited it back in where they removed the blocks for the miner's tomb. But he's right in the area where, right below where the collapse happened. And this is the area where the rescue workers were going in, and they were putting in all this lumber to keep the debris back, trying to just retrieve the bodies. Because at that point, they knew these guys were dead. They were just trying to get the bodies. But if you pay attention to the camera, it does some really wonky shit. The best way I can describe it is when the LSD hits.
Oh.
But the guy in the video doesn't notice it at the time because he's just recording it. But it's just really strange that when the moment that he starts getting close to where the remains still are, because they never retrieved the bodies, that all this weird shit starts happening on the camera. But also keep in mind, this guy's like 300 feet underground too.
Right.
Yeah. Spooky shit.
Hello, Moto. Hey, Big Steve. All right.
Hey, Big Steve. I like Big Steve.
Big Steve. Thanks for coming, buddy.
Hey, Steve. Great to see you.
Victor, what's up, man?
Oh, hey, Victor.
I kind of believe Steve is big.
I kind of believe so.
I kind of
All
believe.
right. This won't get me struck, right?
No.
Okay. Just tell me when to pause it.
Now what we need to do is work our way back down that drift, and I can see ore chutes down there. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. Now that I'm pretty much sure that we don't have any more rocks going to fall on my head.
All right, let's take a moment and pause the video because I want to point out something important. You'll notice that those blocks of wood have been precisely cut to fill the added opening. And then long ago, somebody came in and tore it down to gain access into this part of the mine. From this point forward, we are entering the miner's tomb.
I can safely...
The miner's tomb, huh?
Yeah, that's what they call the areas where, you know, there's been a collapse and somebody's died.
So it happens often enough that they have a term for it, basically.
Yes.
Lorenzo, can sleeve stacks climb through rock?
I'm not an expert on sleeve stacks. I'm altrusion.
Can altrusions crawl through there?
What do you mean?
Go down there, Victor.
What do you mean crawl through rock? I mean,
this direction.
well, I'm not going to crawl through that.
Oh, this almost looks like
asking them.
floor here. Yeah, it sure does. Look here, we have a bunch of cribbing through this area I've got to crawl over. All right, what's up in here?
Victor. That's right, Victor.
This does kind of look like home, though. The caves and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. From under the city of the Lost City.
What Lost City?
In the Land of the Lost.
Oh. Is that where Chaka hangs out?
No, not really. Not much.
Hello, Hulk.
The sleeve stacks might get him.
Yeah.
I like Chaka, though. He's good.
Got guys.
Good kid.
But actually, if you guys pay attention to like the outside peripheral of the camera, like just on the edges, that's where shit just gets really weird.
No one's ever documented before. Okay. I'm seeing I'm having a technical difficulty here. I need to make an adjustment on my camera. I'll be right back. There we go. Somehow my finger accidentally hit the zoom button. Okay, so we have a really well cribbed section here with a lot of ore load marks there in all the wood. All right.
Once again, let me point out some more important features of this section of the mine. You'll notice that all of the wood bracing you see there before you is just kind of haphazardly put into place or nailed into place. It almost has the appearance as though they were in a big rush to try and support their way through this debris field. And that's why they were nailing in timbers in every which direction to try to keep all of that debris from falling down on the rescuers. You have to think of this section as burrowing in underneath a really loose debris field, and that's why it looks the way that it does.
And it looks like the mine, it splits. It goes left and right. Let's go right. Wow.
What is that?
What's that?
Oh, it's just a can. I thought it was like a face or something there.
Oh no, that's just an old oil can.
All the woodwork in here.
But if you notice in certain spots throughout, like as soon as he comes in this area, there's certain spots, and the best way I can describe it is like old school tube TVs when you would get like close to the screen with like a magnet or something, how it just kind of
like a distortion
goes wonky. Yes, a distortion.
Notice right there, up in the face.
It doesn't happen anywhere else in the mine. It's just when he's in the miner's tomb.
And this is called the Silver Souls Mine?
Yes.
Jeez.
Drift.
And this guy's got a really cool channel too. I highly recommend it.
I hope he doesn't mind us watching this video.
I'm sure he would.
5 blocks of wood that look very similar to the blocks of wood we found entering into this section of the mine.
Here's an old oil can. Looks like Mobile 1. But this is as far as it goes this direction. Oh yeah, this is the okay, I'm definitely seeing the collapse now. Look at all the material that came down here.
That's pretty scary.
All of the
in and of itself, honestly.
That is thousands of tons of fucking just rock, dude. If that came down, there wouldn't be a body left. You'd just be liquid, basically. That's fucking insane.
Victor, I didn't have my setup short. I let a young 18-year-old girl deported to stay in my spot one night, and it collapsed and killed her.
Jesus.
This come crashing down. But that's as far as it goes. Okay. Well, we'll just back right out of here and go down the left-hand side.
Where's the distortion?
It should be when he goes down the left-hand side, I believe.
Okay.
Because that's where he gets to the point where he's like right under the collapse.
Well, now that wood looks like it was tossed up there. I could be wrong. I don't know. We'll get a better look at it here real quick. The amount of woodwork through this section is just incredible. Holy cow. I've never seen anything like this.
The distortion isn't like the whole field of view, though. It's like just on the edges of the camera.
Okay.
So you really got to pay attention to see them.
Gosh. Would you believe this?
I kind of believe.
Look at all of the material. They were using, I just can't quite figure it out, if they were just using a bunch of scrap wood for gobbing. How far does this go up in here? Oh no, this is definitely the collapse. I'm directly under it, guys.
So here's your saying is the distortion?
I'm in a very, very extremely dangerous situation here.
Yeah, I think even just moving around in there might upset something, huh?
Yeah. I mean, if he farted really loud, like, holy shit, that could have set off a whole cascade of events, man. Like, anything can set that shit off.
Okay, let's see if I can get a little better look. We're going to work our way through this like a little church mouse. Does it go any further? No, it ends right there. Okay, let's get out of here. At least we know that it did end. Okay, look at this. I've been in a lot of mines in my life. I've never seen anything quite like this. Just Incredible.
You know what's creepy to me too is he's down there by himself.
Okay.
Oh, he's not by himself.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's got a friend. I mean, his friend's not down in that section of the mine with him, but his friend's like just right up a ladder right before he crawled through there. But yeah, that distortion is really easy to miss, but it's in that video. It's just hard for me to see it because it's so tiny on my screen.
Interesting. I didn't see any distortion.
Yeah, I'm not noticing it. I can even zoom in on my screen, and that's what I was doing, but...
Well, it comes and goes. It's like split seconds where it just warbles.
Now that I'm out from underneath all of that debris. All right, let's work our way back to the safe zone.
I don't know if there's much of a safe zone in here.
Okay.
Doesn't seem very safe to me.
Turning back around. Oh, yeah. Here's...
Rip.
See what's written on that board right there? See that? R.I.P. Rest in peace.
There's also, maybe it was the section where he was like right above it. I think that was at like the 19-minute mark, but there was a lot of distortion when he was getting close to where they were at.
Completely failed. That one just is destroyed. No matter how much weight I put on it, it just kept breaking. It was totally rotten. So here we are.
Oh, there it is right there.
We're probably...
Huh.
All right, look to your left. There's like 2 nails in the wood.
Completely failed. That one just is destroyed. No matter how much weight I put on it, it just kept breaking. It was totally rotten. So here...
I wonder if that's just something with the video equipment, though.
I'm doubtful because his other videos aren't like that at all.
Huh.
And I watch a lot of these exploration videos in mines, and I never see anything like that.
Oh, that was weird.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
That is weird.
Gee whiz. That's got to be some kind of like artifacting or something in the video. Hey, he doesn't comment on it?
Well, he doesn't see it. He's not looking at the camera. He's just kind of holding it with him.
I think he'd see it when he was editing, man. That's so odd.
That's really cool.
Once one sees it, it's very noticeable.
It's almost like that movie Annihilation. The shimmering.
Yeah.
Effect.
Wow,
But that's why I said, like, when the LSD hits.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to hit it down there.
But it was only when he was close to where the collapse happened.
Good zoom out of that.
Wow, wow, wow. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah,
I don't know why I thought it was when he was in the tomb.
That's pretty cool, man. Predators in the mine. That'd be funny. All right.
Victor says, what kind of small mine? And that is not a small mine by any means. That one goes, I think, about 500 to 600 feet. There's about maybe at least 8 different levels on it. It's freaking huge. He went through that mine. I think it took him maybe like 3-hour-long videos.
Jeez. All right. So we got LRAD, Heat Ray, WarpDrive. What's next?
It's your call.
Or do we want to go to Lorenzo?
We can do Lorenzo.
Might as well.
Yeah. Okay. Lorenzo, you had what's your video link?
I think you're going by it.
This
See,
one?
there, that cross. Yeah, both that. There we go.
Skinny, what was your time thing on this?
I think it was 120. Shit, I don't remember. I had it written in there.
Hang on, I'll pull it up.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, let me look for it too.
I think it was like 230. Shit.
237 maybe.
131 to 230.
So the king there was a king in Ethiopia had a vision that he was supposed to build a new Jerusalem.
A new Jerusalem.
Of Jerusalem by Salah ad-Din in 11. This was quite possibly in response to news of the capture of Jerusalem by Salah ad-Din in 1187. King Lalibela immediately set about making plans to build his new Jerusalem. He was determined that the town of Roha would become a city worthy of the name Jerusalem to stand the test of time. He began by renaming aspects of the town to reflect biblical names. The river which ran through became the River Jordan. And across this new Jerusalem sprang a total of 13 churches. According to legend, these buildings sprang up remarkably quickly, with men working on them during the day, and a night shift worked by angels, who naturally...
Why did it go straight to angels?
Well, they were built, supposedly built in a relatively short period of time.
Right.
Like several of these stone carved churches.
Yeah, and they were carved out of like one solid stone.
I believe one has to actually. I know somebody who visited there, but I didn't talk to him directly. There's somebody I know who works for National Public Radio, and he did a report on it. I believe people have to actually scale the sides of these churches just to like get up to just to get to these churches. I mean, I guess it's like a really difficult thing. So if these things were built in a hurry, it's kind of an interesting thing.
Well, here's my question. If you have a supernatural entity or an extra dimensional entity, such as an angel working on something, why would it need to take any amount of time? If something violates the laws of nature, why would it still take weeks to build it?
Why did it? Well, I don't know. I mean, the thing about like,
I know you're usually
if God existed for like all of eternity, why would God just like all of a sudden like suddenly like start creating things and then have like take how many years did it take before humans arrived? I guess it depends on if somebody believes the biblical account or evolution.
Maybe they just go by quota.
I mean, before the first like the universe is said to have like exist, but like Earth wasn't like the first planet formed, right?
Oh,
and the humans weren't the first creature to be on Earth either. So
right.
Is that why he killed the dinosaurs? They didn't build churches?
So I don't know. I mean, it could be that these celestial like beings or whatever have their own kind of sense of time, like maybe kind of like when people get high or something, they don't know if it's like a second or 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? They have like some sort of time warp or something.
Well, let's see what they have to say about the angels.
literally works twice as fast. Let us take a closer look at these monolithic masterpieces. First, the northern group, and the largest church of Bet Medhan Alem, which means House of the Redeemer of the World. Not only the largest structure in Lalibela, but possibly the largest monolithic church in the world. Its style is believed to have been inspired by St. Mary of Zion Church in the nearby city of Axum, and it currently serves as the home of one of Ethiopia's most precious religious and historical heirlooms, the Lalibela Cross. Bet Medhan Alem forms part of a
What is the Lalibela Cross?
I'm not sure, but I believe there's also an Ark of the Covenant in there, like a replica of the one that's in supposedly original that's in the St. Mary of Zion Church in what is it? Is it in Axum? I'm trying to remember.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
Disagree. Berserk Guts not for president.
Complex, along with Bet Meriam, Mary's Church, and Bet Golgotha, the Church of Golgotha. Mary's Church is possibly the oldest of all of the structures in Lalibela.
So you're saying this church right here was carved out of a single rock?
Yep.
I think they all were. What they did is they carved. It looks like a. What I've seen is I've seen this thing that it looks like is carved in the shape of a cross. If you look at it from the air, that's. It's like this real deep, like a canyon or something almost, but shaped like a cross. I'm trying to figure out how the heck the Ethiopians did this. This is, I mean, what was it, like 1400s or something? I mean, this is some impressive stuff. I mean.
Well, they say, the pyramids, we couldn't replicate building them today. I wonder if it's the same case with these churches.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty impressive. That's people wonder about, like Skinny's wondered about why I'm interested in Ethiopia. There's just some amazing stuff like this from one of the earlier Christian countries. I mean, before even a lot of Europeans converted to Christianity. But there's this whole story about going back to like King Solomon, like that King Solomon's like illegitimate son or whatever, like King Solomon, or well, who knows? No, I guess King Solomon married a bunch of women, so maybe like he got married to the Queen of Sheba or something, and that kind of that ties into this too. That was mentioned in the video. That there's the King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba supposedly had a son named Menelik. I'm probably mispronouncing that, and he supposedly stole the Ark of the Covenant.
Really?
And took it to Saint. It's now like supposedly located in Saint Mary of Zion Church in Ethiopia.
Oh, okay. That's one of those things that keeps popping up throughout history is this Ark of the Covenant thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the Indiana Jones movie, but it's like, what would you get out of collecting that item if it were to exist?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Ethiopia was one of the last kingdoms to actually. Well, they were. I guess they were conquered briefly by the Italians, and briefly the fascists were in charge in World War II. They had taken over, but the Rastas actually believe that Ethiopia. They have some of the Rastas actually worship Haile Selassie as with Jah, like Jehovah or Yahweh, God. And because it was like one of the places in Africa that wasn't really successfully colonized. I mean, some people might say that it was, some people might say it was the Orthodox faith and the Ark of the Covenant that protected them. I don't know. pretty amazing. Like,
You think there's a secret society of Templars or something that's
there is somebody, I believe, who I think they're a certain kind of priest who guards the Ark of the Covenant
and other Catholic items of renown, perhaps?
I think it's like a monk or something.
I think you're a monk.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he has to be a bishop or how that works. Or I think it's some sort of priest.
How did you hear about this Lalibela place? I've never encountered it myself.
I don't know. I think through like researching the Rastas, I found out like
sorry, hold on. What is the Rasta?
The Rastafarians in Jamaica.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it turned out that Haile Selassie was Orthodox.
Is that right? The Ark is a power source and can topple the largest armies?
Well, yeah, some people think there have been claims that it's like it can somehow some sort of source of energy.
Like the Tesseract.
Yeah.
Like from the Marvel movies?
Yeah.
The Tesseract.
The Red Skull's got it.
Lorenzo, Haile Selassie?
Yeah.
What is that?
His name meant power of the Trinity. He was the last of the emperors who claimed to be descended from King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba.
And
their son Menelik the first. He was the last of them before the communists took over. So they did eventually. I mean, he was eventually overthrown.
That's pretty crazy, man. Seeing a lot of the time on this show we talk about things that we kind of have to make assumptions about or kind of believe in things, but this is something that we can see with our own eyes. You know, the existence of it is not disputed. What is disputed is maybe some of the other elements surrounding it, how these angels were supposed to come down and build it, that kind of thing.
You know, I just, even if somebody just thinks about it this way, like, you know, that somebody was inspired by their deeply, it was just somebody, even without angelic help, you know, if it was just created by men, that they were inspired by their beliefs to build this. I mean, that somebody can have faith in something and do something this grandiose, like carving this into like stone, you know, this like covering it like a canyon. I mean, that's pretty incredible. I mean,
it is pretty magnificent structure, especially you know, if it had that, it was all constructed out of one rock thing. That's pretty amazing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I'd love to go there.
of it. But yeah, I don't know. It just I think it's just incredible that people were able to pull this off.
Yeah.
And they were at the very least inspired by like say the Bible and like these, you know, these supernatural stories.
Haile Selassie and Solomon and
Haile Selassie was the last of these kings. This was one of the kings that I don't know if he may have started this whole emphasizing this whole Solomonic story. I don't know if he created it, or you know, some people say this story always existed. You know, I mean that this story's been, you know, some people believe the story has been handed down since, you know, the days of Solomon. You know, about this royal lineage.
Yeah.
You know, I honestly don't know, but it's certainly something unique's going on.
Do you know of any other buildings that were supposedly built like this with angels' help and that kind of thing?
Well, I mean, you could argue that the pyramids were like that.
Yeah.
I think there's been some other churches that were said to be built. I don't know. With some sort of angelic help. But no, I'm not. I'm trying to think of. I'm thinking of like there's one saint who she supposedly built a church brick by brick herself in the middle of the night. I think one of the Russian saints, but I don't remember reading about an angel as being part of that story.
That's very interesting nonetheless, though.
Yeah.
I kind of believe.
I kind of believe.
I definitely believe this. This is what. However, it got there. It's real.
Yeah, I'm just kind of believing the angels had something to do with it.
Angels in the outfield.
Well, I mean, it's possible. It very well could be possible that there's some sort of spiritual beings that are helping all of us. I mean, it's.
But now, going back with that, looking at how godless we are right now in this day and age, like right this moment, maybe that would explain all these lights we're seeing in the skies too. Because I mean, you turn back the clock, and like back in the 90s, we had a lot of kind of subtly religious movies like Angels in the Outfield, and this was mainstream stuff. Yeah. And now suddenly, like, everybody's attacking Christianity. All this shit's going down, coronavirus, and now we're starting to see strange lights in the sky everywhere.
So you're saying
could that be a connection?
Yeah, that is interesting.
Maybe God's getting pissed.
So you're saying if we made a sequel to Angels in the Outfield, the UFOs would go away?
Yeah, I think so.
I wonder.
I was just meaning. I brought that up as an example of how how popular Christianity was at the time. Like you could make a movie like that, nobody would spurg about it, but now everybody just shits all over Christianity, and
you couldn't put Seventh Heaven back on the air these days.
No, or what was that show? Joan of Arcadia.
Or what about like Stairway to Heaven? Even that, I don't think they'd.
We don't talk about
in the 80s. Yeah, it was like 80s, even through the 90s, and then all of a sudden, and I think if this is what happens, if somebody like, let's say somebody even raises their kids, and then they're an atheist family, somebody's going to go and they're going to end up. They might end up being interested in some sort of spirituality, or they might be interested in what's going on in the skies, like looking for, extraterrestrials, or they might start talking to Altrusians or something. And, I don't think one can really eradicate, spirituality. Or like some people seem to need some sort of ritual, or if they don't, even if it's not like say some overt Christian thing, I think it's going to manifest itself in some way or the other.
Charlie's Angels was ruined. That's correct.
Uh-oh.
Another movie about angels.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I just started to think about Lucy Liu, and I just. Oh.
Do you think it could be aliens who are messing with our movies in Hollywood and making them suck?
Have you ever seen The Cabin in the Woods?
Oh yeah, I love that movie. That's a fantastic movie.
It is.
I'm trying to remember. I know that's a classic.
Dude, they actually made that bong that the guy has that goes from like that insulated coffee mug and it pops out. Somebody made that. It's for sale. I still got to buy one.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna have to. That sounds impressive.
My favorite part about that movie is the beginning where they're like, "Why do you leave your doors? Why do you lock the doors but leave the windows down?" And he's like, "Because they're scared." Nobody's going to question a man holding a bong. I don't know. I got to rewatch that.
Sounds excellent. I'm going to watch that. That sounds entertaining.
It's also
Is-
one of
is
the
that
few
kind of a
horror
lower
movies where
budget
the
one?
stoner actually didn't die.
What?
I said it's one of the few movies where the stoner didn't die too.
Well, and the theme of that movie seemed to be that there was, external forces at work that directed these supernatural elements. That there was some kind of intelligence to all these different apparitions of supernatural forces in the world.
Well, it was like a ritual to appease the old ones.
Yeah.
So it was kind of Lovecraftian in that bit, because if you remember at the very end, the jester never died, and the girls they're like, you have to kill the jester, you got to kill the stoner dude. And the girl's like, fuck that, I'm gonna kill you. And then shortly after, that big ass fist just bursts through the seal.
Yeah, that's where the movie ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those movies where it's like, there's something greater at work than just the scary werewolf or mermaid man. There's something much greater at work behind these malevolent forces. I think that's an interesting thread to pull on. We'll have to, maybe in a future episode, we could look at some things that on the surface were kind of scary, but if you dig deeper into the behind the scenes, behind the veil, there's something greater going on.
So was that kind of a lower budget movie?
No. It was a popular movie. It had Chris Hemsworth in it before he was Thor. And it got shelved for 2 years, and it finally came out, and I remember hearing about it. And it's one of those movies that I know it'll sound ridiculous for me to say this right now, but you really don't want spoilers.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's just called The Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, Cabin in the Woods. It's also got the guy who played the dad in the Step Brothers in it.
Yeah, I remember people have talked about this. It seems like they have it's like a cult classic or something.
I kind of believe you should go watch that movie, Lorenzo.
I kind of believe I will.
Yeah, it's a good
I sort of
movie.
believe I will too.
Yeah, I sort of believe you'll have a good time watching it.
I like what Jim Turner says, that only those with sacred blood of the Nephilim can use the Ark.
Well, good thing we all know Martina Marcota.
Mm-hmm. No comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of believe, man.
I do too. I got to add that one place, and I'm just adding all of Ethiopia to my travel list now.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's also there's also some Ethiopian jazz that's pretty good. Even if you say jazz schmaz, it's
why would anyone say jazz schmaz?
And there's a story too that there's one instrument in Ethiopia that was said that was used to accompany the Psalms, and then there's another that was made by the devil, and they use it for love songs.
Let's
do that. Let's do that in a future episode.
Well, was it a golden fiddle?
No, it was more like a lyre, I think.
Mm.
Though the first time I heard it described as a banjo.
Oh, Banjo Man, bad.
Yeah,
he bad.
Banjo Man, very bad.
Well, guys, I kind of believe.
Those TikTok videos are pretty weird.
Yeah, TikTok videos, mines, churches, pretty crazy stuff going on in the world, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll just talk about the WarpDrive thing on the next one.
Yeah. You wanna preempt that?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Next week we'll be talking about how scientists say that a warp drive may be more feasible than they originally thought.
Ooh.
And yeah.
Well,
I don't want to get too into it, because then that we won't have anything to talk about next episode.
Yeah.
But interesting stuff, man. Interesting
Can't
stuff.
wait to hear about it. Lorenzo, you got anything planned for next week?
I'm not sure. I got a lot of stuff I'm looking at some of these.
Pretty
There's
cool
some,
stuff.
there's some stuff from the Sumerians, and like Babylonians, some pretty interesting. Had some pretty interesting beliefs about paranormal.
They say the Sumerian language is one of the oldest on Earth, isn't it?
Well, it's our oldest literature is the Epic of Gilgamesh,
right?
And I think some of our oldest recorded writing, I believe too.
The Sumerians were very weird.
Well, some of the stories, like they got a flood story that's very similar to the one in the Bible. The name of the person who builds the ark is different depending on who's telling it.
I kind of believe.
Well, we'll close on a dad joke then, I guess.
What's that?
Hey, Lorenzo, why didn't they play cards on the ark?
I'm not sure.
Because Noah was sitting on the deck.
Oh. That's a groaner.